Since my last video, I've had a question come in which I thought would be very interesting to share the answer with everybody. So I'll just read the question. It says, "Hi Peter, I've read your email for a while and I'm interested in the one-to-one mentoring. However, how will I navigate around the fact that I don't have good credit or a deposit? Recently I suffered a major setback which left me semi-homeless, but I'm determined to move on and achieve my goals. How do I work around this situation?" Well, it's a great question. Ultimately, the answer is that to be a property investor, realistically, we need money. We need some money. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't have to be our money. Now, I'll just pause there and I'll tell you 3 reasons why starting with none of our own money, where perhaps we've got bad credit, where everything seems to be against us, how it can be possible. The first thing is, maybe thinking in terms of being a property owner in the first instance is a little bit optimistic, but there are other ways that we can get involved in property and start building our capital. So for example, being a property sourcer, going around looking for property deals and selling those deals on for a fee could be one way of getting into property and starting to build capital and starting to build contacts and get involved in the business. Then there's the creative ways of doing property, such as doing lease options, which obviously I can't go into that now because there's people who run week-long courses teaching how to do this stuff. But using lease options, again, you're going to need a little bit of money because you'll have to tie up the legals. You may need £1,000 or £2,000 to start. But you could go out and do lease options, finding properties from distressed vendors, for example, and taking over their mortgages. If you want to know more about that, then Google that. There's lots of good stuff on the internet all about using lease options in property. But of course, the third way of doing it, which is probably the best way if you're in a position where you have no money of your own at the moment, is to start looking for JV partners, if we're still allowed to say that. The reason I say that is because the regs changed last year as to what we're allowed to do as a JV. But on a very simple basis, if you borrow money and your JV partner charges you interest only as opposed to organising a profit split, then you should be okay and you won't fall foul of the new regs. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, you need to talk to your solicitor, all the usual disclaimers. But that's the way that I'd suggest, if you're in that situation, that you start looking for somebody who has got money and start putting together deals with them. Now, that could be, going back to the beginning, going around finding deals for them and charging them a fee, or it could be that you borrow the money off them at a rate of interest so that you can do your own deals. But certainly there's a lot of people who have money but no time, there's a lot of people who have money but no experience, there's a lot of people who have money but no confidence in the property market. So if you can fill that gap and team up with them, then the fact that you have no money doesn't matter because the two of you together can work together. So thank you for the question, I hope that helps. As I say, bottom line is, you do need money to be in property, but it doesn't have to be your money.